Hi everyone, it's Aiga and welcome to my channel Heart Notes, where I talk about all things perfume. Today I am doing my celebrity perfume collection, so I have a lot of perfumes to go through, and you will not be seeing my face today because I thought this would be the most comfortable way to do this. I'm just sitting down and I'll just pick the perfumes up one by one as I go. So I hope you don't mind, and yeah, let's just jump in. Now, all of this collection, it's in no particular order. I have all the celebrities just mishmashed together. I just started with the smallest bottles, and then the tallest ones are over there in the back. Now, that is a mirror on the left hand side, so the collection isn't actually that big. It's just this part, but there's still a lot to go through, so let's just start. Okay, so the first one, Ariana Grande's Sweet Like Candy. I really do enjoy this perfume. It smells really gorgeous to me. It's a very girly girl type of perfume. As you can see, my bottle has some damage on it because I do take it with me when I go to work. I'm about halfway through, I want to say. So yeah, this is very sweet, fresh perfume, very girly girl, very pink smelling like. And I think I've said this before, I think this smells like the prettiest girl in a small town. I don't know, it makes sense to me, but yeah, absolutely love this perfume. I will definitely be repurchasing this when I do run out. Next up we have a Beyonce's perfume. This is Heat Rush, I believe, no, or Heat Kissed, I think. So this is sort of a darker version of the original Heat. This has some spices in it, some jasmine in it. It's not something that I particularly love, but it's a very small bottle that I have, so I will run through this perfume probably. Yeah, I would say it's kind of a cold weather grown-up type of woman scent. Next up we have a scent by Antonio Banderas. Now, I haven't seen this too much on Fractube, actually at all. I haven't seen anyone talk about this, but he does have perfumes, and he has quite a lot of them actually as well. Now, this one in a sort of pink heart-shaped bottle, I didn't expect it to smell it like it does. This is quite heavy on patchouli as well. It's like a sweet patchouli scent. Yeah, this is a sort of a sweet patchouli scent. It's quite nice. The longevity isn't that bad either, and this is very affordable. So if you do like your patchouli scents, check this one out. So this is Her Secret, and the flanker name is Temptation. Next up we have a Britney Spears. This is Britney's Curious. I hate how humongous this bottle is. It really takes up a lot of space on the counter. But this is a very sort of innocent, inoffensive, white floral, fresh, sweet perfume. It's nice, kind of, but I don't wear it as often. It doesn't really last too long, maybe that's why, but generally it's okay, but I don't really tend to reach for it. But if you do enjoy your white florals, a little bit sweet white florals, you can check this out. Right, next up we have Britney's Naked Fantasy. I believe this is the latest one in the line that she has. This came out sometime last year, I think springtime. This is a very soft, sweet, inoffensive scent. Again, it doesn't come off as juvenile. It's a bit powdery as well. I do quite enjoy this scent actually, but again, longevity isn't really the best. Well, to be fair, it's going to be the case for most of these perfumes in this collection, but that's just what you get. And the price point as well for all of these pretty much is quite low. So that just pretty much comes hand in hand with the celebrity perfume collection. But this is a nice perfume. I don't believe that this is a dupe for anything else out in the market, but yeah, that's Britney's Naked Fantasy. Okay, next up we have Britney's Believe. So Believe is very sort of patchouli and earthy smelling to me. To me, this is a bit too much. A lot of people actually say that this is their favorite in Britney's collection. Now, that is not really the case for me. To me, this is a bit too patchouli heavy. It does smell sort of green as well a little bit, but yeah, it really does stand out in the collection, in Britney's collection in general. It's an unusual celebrity perfume, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Again, the bottle takes up a lot of space, but it is an interesting shape, I'll give it that. So that's Britney's Believe. Okay, next up we have VIP Private Show, also by Britney Spears. This is the tiny bottle of 30 ml. I'm about halfway through. This is a very sweet, inoffensive, fruity perfume, quite juvenile, but I do enjoy it. I would say this is very similar to Riri by Rihanna. Very nice summer perfume, very easy to just throw on and go pretty much about your day. Now, next one I have is by Christina Aguilera, and this is Red Sin. This is one of the weakest perfumes in my collection, like in total, in general. This lasts for less than half an hour, I would say. The idea of the perfume is very nice. It's supposed to be a cinnamon and apple sort of wintry warming scent, I believe. But it is very weak. You get the apple in the initial spray. It's quite refreshing and nice, but this perfume really just doesn't perform. I don't have a lot left. That's because, well, it's only a 15 ml bottle, but I don't have a lot left because I'm trying to use this up and just get rid of the bottle. So this is my sort of at-home scent for now. Next up we have Beyoncé Heat Wild Orchid. This is a very beautiful, creamy, soft coconut strong perfume. This really gives off nice creamy coconut scent. Perfect for spring and summer, I would say. So it's not as much refreshing as it is sweet. So yeah, but it's really nice. It's one of my favorite ones in the Beyoncé collection. Next up we have Crush by Riri. Now this is a white floral scent. It's one of my favorites in her line actually, but I don't see too many people talk about this one. So it's a white floral scent. It's a bit sweet. It's actually a refreshing scent that's being sort of sophisticated at the same time. I don't think that this is a juvenile scent, even though it's being called Crush. So definitely worth checking this one out. Now next up we have another Beyoncé's perfume. This one is called Heat Seduction. This is very sort of spicy perfume, but it's not really warm. I'm not really the biggest fan of this. So on the initial spray you do get a lot of spices. It dries down kind of sweet, but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. But if you do like your spicy perfumes, you can check this one out. Next up we have Midnight Fantasy. Absolutely love this perfume. This was my first blind buy perfume, and I really do enjoy this. This is a sort of sweet berry type of perfume. Smells kind of like shampoo, I guess, but it doesn't really bother me. My husband really likes this one as well, and it's a very easy sort of throw on and go about your day type of scent. Right, then we have Ari by Rihanna. This is very, again, sweet, but this one comes off to me as a cozy scent. I really wore this a lot during winter time. When I was wearing my white fuzzy sweater, I was wearing this perfume a lot. As you can see, I've put in a good dent in it as well. It is kind of juvenile, but I don't mind it at all. That's okay with me. If it's okay with you and you like your sweet scents, you can definitely check this one out. Right, then we have a Rammstein perfume. So this is a German, what is it, a metal band? I'm not sure if they count as metal or hard rock, something like that. But so Rammstein's perfume, this is called Cocaine. A lot of people say that this smells like Tuscan leather, and this is a very leathery, powdery leather type of perfume. It says that it's unisex. I would say it's more leaning to a feminine perfume. It is an interesting one, unusual one. If you like your leathery perfumes, you can maybe check this out, but this is discontinued, so it will be difficult to find. So maybe only go for this if you have an idea to collect Rammstein perfumes. Now the original Britney's Fantasy, the legend, the icon, here it is. I'm about halfway through my bottle. This is a very sweet, juvenile cupcake kiwi scent. I do really enjoy it as a scent that I wear at home. Lots of people say that this formulation has been really watered down since this one was first released. It used to be a lot stronger, which of course is a shame, but I love this perfume. Yes, it is a juvenile scent, that's okay with me. And I just discovered this, what, 2 years ago? I didn't have this as a teenager, so I'm really enjoying this now. Right, next perfume that we have is Still by Jennifer Lopez. Oh, yeah, there we go. So Still by Jennifer Lopez. This is a very calming, very zen type of scent. You cannot wear this and be angry or be in a rush somewhere in the city. You have to be at home or chill, in a chill environment. This is a very soft, kind of refreshing white tea, I believe it was, either white tea or green tea perfume. There's Lily of the Valley in here as well. It's really gorgeous. So this one definitely stands out in the celebrity perfume range. Next up we have Glam X by Christina Aguilera. This is also a teeny tiny bottle. This really reminds me of Rihanna's Kiss, actually. This is a refreshing spring summer type of scent. I believe it's Frisia that makes this really appealing to me, but I do enjoy this perfume actually a lot. I won't be repurchasing this one because it reminds me of Kiss, and I have Kiss over here, this ginormous 100 ml bottle, so after I finish this one I will be returning to that. But it is a nice perfume. It doesn't really perform that well, but I'll be honest, in Christina Aguilera's range none of the perfumes really perform that well. I would say maybe only the original Christina Aguilera, and then maybe Definition and By Night, but this isn't one of them. But I do still really enjoy this perfume, and I will be using this up one pretty soon, probably. Right, next up we have Prerogative by Britney. A lot of people say that to them this smells like Private Show, but I would say they're quite different. Yes, they're both coffee scents, but Private Show is a lot more softer, rounder, intimate. I think this is a bit more aggressive in terms of the coffee note. It's a bit sharper and a bit fresher actually as well. It is a nice perfume. I think she marketed this one as a unisex scent. I think I can see a guy wearing this, but predominantly this is a sweet perfume. Oh yeah, Prerogative. I think this actually kind of stands out in her line of perfumes as well. It's an interesting one. Right, now we've come to Stash Unspoken by Sarah Jessica Parker. This is one of the best celebrity perfume discoveries I've made. I think I actually wanted to buy the original Stash, but accidentally I bought this Unspoken one, but this is actually really gorgeous perfume. This is a sweet, creamy, woody type of perfume. It performs well, it smells brilliant, it's very affordable. I will be talking more about this perfume in my haul, February perfume haul, so stay tuned for that, but this is a really good one. Now moving on to another Britney's perfume, this is Secret Fantasy, and this is actually, I believe it might just be my favorite. Now this is a sweet yet refreshing perfume. It has a sweet foundation, but there is a citrusy note, and for some reason this really reminds me of Christmas. I don't know, it doesn't really make much sense, but it does remind me of Christmas, of this being a wintry scent, in spite of that citrusy note. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I haven't smelled a perfume similar to this one, so I don't believe that this is a dupe to anything. If you like your sweet citrusy scents, you can definitely check this out, Secret Fantasy. Right, then we have Riri by Rihanna. This is supposed to be pink. My juice is just completely clear, don't know why. But this is a sort of similar to VIP Private Show by Britney. This is a very sweet, refreshing summer springtime scent, juvenile, easy grab and go. That's the sort of perfume it is. Yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't really stand out with anything. Yeah, that's it. Then we come to Beyonce's Shimmering Heat. This is a strange one. I think it's supposed to be a refreshing, sort of warm weather, cooling type of scent. There's a lot of green notes in this, but something to me in this perfume just doesn't click. It just comes off as, I don't know, it's just something weird, like it smells like something old. I can't explain it. I have used this as a room spray, that's why it's used so much, but really, this is the least favorite perfume for me in Beyonce's line. I don't think you can buy it that often nowadays anyway, so you're not missing much. Right, then we come to Kiss by Rihanna. This is my absolute favorite perfume from Rihanna's range. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, sweet perfume, very refreshing. It has a lot of white florals in it, yet it gives this nice sweetness. It's not an overpoweringly sweet perfume, but it has a tad of that sweetness. Now, I wouldn't say that this is exactly a juvenile scent, but it's definitely not a mature one. Yeah, to me this is absolutely gorgeous summer scent with white florals. Really, really love this one. Now, another Beyonce's perfume. This is Heat Rush, I believe. This is Beyonce's perfume that is perfect for summer. She doesn't have a lot of those, but this is really perfect for that. It gives me some sort of peach note or a peach accord. I don't think peach is in the notes, but it does feel like a sweet, juicy, fuzzy peach, and it's gonna be a really wonderful summertime scent. Very refreshing, has some florals in it. It's a good one. Now, Miss Mariah. The juice has really gone to an amber color in this perfume. I received it, it was just clear, so it was all purple, but now you can see that it has matured a little bit. This is a very womanly scent, I would say. Definitely not juvenile, even though the bottle gives juvenile vibes, but this is a grown woman scent. This has, well, it does have marshmallow in the notes, I believe, but this also has a sea notes, which is interesting. So it has some saltiness, and yeah, this is really nice. So it's sort of soft and creamy, musky maybe, but it's also giving off some sort of sweetness, but just a little bit, just enough to make it feminine, but this isn't necessarily a sweet perfume. It smells mature, but it doesn't smell vintage, so I think she knocked it out of the park with this one. Definitely try it out. This is, I believe, this is the most popular perfume from Mariah Carey, and that's M by Mariah Carey. Now, Private Show by Britney Spears. I have the biggest bottle. You can see the size of the dent that I've put in this perfume, so I really do like it. This is a very creamy, soft coffee, whipped cream type of perfume. It just smells like a delicious coffee drink you're just about to have. This is really gorgeous, excellent for colder weather as well. It is quite sweet, but I don't see this as a juvenile scent. I think this is all ages appropriate. One of the more unusual and interesting ones in Britney's line. Right, now this little thingy is Nirvana White by Elizabeth and James, the Olsen twins. I got this bottle used, so it's really sort of used and abused from eBay, and actually there's no spray as well. Well, there was a sprayer, but it was faulty, so I just took it off anyway, and I'm just using this decanter now from that perfume. So this decanter always has this perfume in it, so I've been resourceful with this one. It's a really beautiful perfume. It's a white floral again. I do love my white florals, so I do really enjoy this perfume. Even though it is kind of light springtime perfume, it gives quite good projection and it lasts quite long as well, so I do enjoy that. So yeah, you can check this out if you do like your refreshing white floral perfumes. Now then we come to Ariana Grande Cloud. Again, biggest bottle, very big dent already in it. I used to wear this a lot until I got my Baccarat Rouge. So very difficult scent to describe. It's kind of cold, mature, maybe a little bit medicinal type of perfume. This is extremely popular, so I would be very surprised if you haven't smelled this, or if you don't have it, or if you haven't smelled this on someone, just somewhere. But this is a super popular perfume, and I really enjoy this, obviously. Now, then we come to Elizabeth Taylor. This is Sparkling White Diamonds. I have tried the original White Diamonds, but I did declutter it. White Diamonds is one of the 3 perfumes that I've ever decluttered after purchasing them, because it was just way too vintage for me. Now, Sparkling White Diamonds it comes off as a tiny bit of vintage maybe as well, but it's more of a soapy, sort of sparkling refreshing soapy type of perfume. So I do find that it is still wearable. I have worn this to the office as well, and it's completely fine. If you do enjoy your soapy scents, you can check this one out. I would say that this is maybe a bit colder and just a bit more vintage than Jennifer Lopez's Glow, which is also a very soapy scent, but I think actually this is fine. And this was from the 90s, I believe, as well. So for a 90s scent, this is a good one. Quite affordable as well. And I will be talking about this one more in the February perfume haul as well. Right, next perfume that I have is LA Glow by Jennifer Lopez. I haven't really tried this as a scent of the day, so I can't really say too much about this. I only have my first impression. And the first impression and the first dry down after, well, maybe half an hour it's pretty much quite generic, sweet, shower gel, refreshing type of perfume. It's fine, but yeah, I guess I'm not surprised that it's discontinued. I believe it is. At least it's not as easy to find as other Jennifer Lopez's perfumes. But yeah, very shower gel-like perfume. Right, the next perfume I have here is Dolly. Oh, no, it's not Dolly. It's Scent from Above. So there's the pun, and it's by Dolly Parton. Now this is a pretty butterfly on the top of the perfume bottle. It looks very romantic, soft and sweet, right, doesn't it? But it's a very sort of woodsy patchouli type of scent. This is not for the faint of heart. Definitely not a juvenile scent, but I did enjoy wearing this actually. I think in autumn this would be great with the darker, colder weather. This is definitely not a spring summer type of perfume, but I think Dolly did a good job. It definitely stands out in the celebrity perfume ranges. It has a little bit of medicinal dry down vibe, similar as Cloud does. So that's just something to be wary of. Now next up I have Blue Glow by Jennifer Lopez. This is a very super refreshing, watery type of scent. On the dry down it almost feels masculine. I think this is excellent for the super hot summer days when you don't want to wear anything that even resembles something sweet. So, you know, it smells like what it looks like pretty much. It's just a very blue scent. Now, I don't think you can find this one too often anymore, at least not here in the UK, but it is a great refreshing scent. So if you do like those and you see this, feel free to just grab it and try it out. It's very inexpensive as well. So yeah, that's Blue Glow by Jennifer. Next up is another Beyonce's perfume. This is Pulse NYC. This is a nice fruity, refreshing opening, but the dry down is quite heavy patchouli, so I don't really enjoy this as much. But the opening for the perfume is quite nice. The projection and longevity, just maybe a bit below average, but in general it's an okay scent. This is discontinued as well, so you won't see this as much in the shops, but if you do see it and if you enjoy your patchouli scents, you can grab this and check it out. Now next up I have another Christina Aguilera's perfume. This one is Experience. It's very difficult to describe this perfume actually. This is also like a fresh patchouli with maybe a bit of a sweet background there. It's very difficult to describe because none of the notes really stand out for this perfume. Now this isn't juvenile, this isn't refreshing, this isn't really a sweet perfume. It kind of has a sweet accords to it, but in general I would say more this is like it gives me a patchouli vibe. So that's that. So I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it is okay. I'll be okay with using this one. Right, next up we have Love at First Glow by Jennifer Lopez. Again, refreshing, sweet. I would say this is very similar to the LA Glow type of perfume. It's yeah, a bit juvenile, a bit boring, but it's nice. I don't think you can find these in the shops as well that much, so don't worry, you won't be missing out on much. I do like this phone charm. I think it's quite adorable, especially back in the days when you used to decorate your phone as you like to make it very personal. This could have been a cool touch, I guess. Now next up we have another Beyonce's perfume. This one is Heat, just the original Heat. It's sort of a patchouli. To me this is a very sort of earthy, almost smoky, kind of serious type of perfume. Again, it's an unusual one for a celebrity, and this wouldn't be an easy daily scent. This calls for a specific day, specific mood, but it is a nice one. If you like your more serious scents, you can check this one out. Moving on to Elizabeth Taylor Passion. This is the most vintage smelling scent that I have in my collection. This came out in the 80s, I believe. I do really enjoy this bottle. I think it's very pretty. But yeah, this is a very vintage scent. There's a ton of notes in this. I will talk more about this perfume in my February perfume haul. But yeah, this is a vintage scent. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted. There is a sweet sort of undertone to it. So I do find this a bit more wearable than White Diamonds. But still, you know, this will require a very, very specific mood to be wearing this. Then we have Christina Aguilera's Unforgettable. This is a sweet, very jasmine strong scent. I've used almost all of this. This used to be my, this used to be my bedtime scent for a while. So I will finish this bottle up, and happily so, but I won't be repurchasing. Then we have Rihanna's scent. This is Herbal Fleur Love Always. So this is a flanker of the original perfume she came out with. A lot of people say this, well, it does kind of smell almost exactly the same. I would say this one is maybe just a bit more syrupy. It feels a bit thicker, sweeter, syrupier than the original Herbal Fleur. In general, this is sort of a dark weather, moody type of perfume. Yes, it is sweet, but it's quite a heavy sweet type of perfume. So to me, again, this is cold weather, darker days, that type of perfume. Next up we have Rebelle by Rihanna. This is a spicy cocoa perfume. It is sweet, but it doesn't come really off as very cozy to me for some reason. But it is a sweet cocoa type of perfume. The longevity and projection is actually quite decent on this one, given the price point. So if you like your sweet scents that are more appropriate, again, for colder weather and darker days, then you can try this one out. Now, Rihanna Nude is sort of the more light-hearted version of the perfume range, at least the perfumes that are in this sort of heel style. This is the lighter summer version of scent in this perfume range. I do quite enjoy this. This is a sweet, it's not as much refreshing, but it is a nice, sweet, light perfume. But to me, I'll be honest, this is quite a forgettable scent, so I don't actually use it as often. But if you do like your sweet scents, of course, you can check this one out. Right, next up I have Jennifer Aniston. This is the most comfortable perfume bottle there is. This is very comfortable to hold and spray from. But yeah, this is Jennifer Aniston. This is chapter 2. Now, this is a very refreshing spring summertime scent. Just a tad of sweetness, but it's more of a calming zen type of perfume. I would say it fits in the same category as Still by Jennifer Lopez. Now, Jennifer Aniston's version, it doesn't have the best longevity and projection. I did have this as my scent of the day last week, I believe, and I really sprayed this a lot, but I couldn't really sense it that much. But it is a very refreshing, sort of watery, cold type of perfume. So if you do enjoy those, you can check this one out. It's very affordable as well. Right, next up we have Rogue by Rihanna. This is a very sweet, dominant perfume. I would say this even maybe leans unisex. So to me, this is sort of a black outfit, red lipstick type of perfume. Have to be in the mood to wear it, so hence I haven't really worn this as much as the other perfumes, but it is a unique one, that's for sure. It's a unique one, but not in a bad way. I would say for the price point that it has, it's worth having in your collection if you do enjoy your leathery scents. Right, next up we have another Christina Aguilera. This is Violet Noir. This is sort of a darker, gloomier type of perfume, more appropriate for the evening time, but I would probably never pick this for a date night or a night out in the city, because it just doesn't have that special oomph, if you know what I mean. It's a nice perfume. I believe there's patchouli in this one, so it makes it a bit more serious. A bit of sweetness, but in general, I would say it doesn't really stand out with anything. So I'll be fine with using this up, but I would never repurchase. Right, next up we have Rogue Love by Rihanna. This is very, very similar to Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy. I absolutely love this type of perfume. It's right up my alley. It's a very sweet, refreshing, kind of juvenile scent, but I really do love it. Viva La Juicy is a very popular perfume, so if you want to buy it half price, you can just go with this one. Yes, you'll probably have to reapply more often than the Viva La Juicy, but this is a 125 ml huge bottle and it costs under £20, I believe. So it's not a problem to reapply, really. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. Like in general in celebrity perfumes, I believe, not only just Rihanna. Right, then we have Day by Nicole Scherzinger. I'll hold this like this because this bottle is just pretty much a mirror. So this is a very, well, yeah, Day. So it's day to day, very sort of generic, boring, sweet, refreshing type of scent. You've probably smelled this 50 times before and you'll smell it after that. Now this is, well, obviously it's a popular scent profile to go for because it's liked by almost everybody, but it doesn't really stand out with anything, so I don't know, I don't think I would suggest purchasing this one. But it is very affordable still. And it does smell nice, yes, but honestly, I don't even remember what this smells like. Even just 10 minutes after applying, I have no idea. So this definitely isn't one of my favorites, but if you like your juvenile, sweet, run-of-the-mill scents, you can definitely try this one out. Then we have Onika by Nicki Minaj. Now, a lot of people hate on these bottles. I would rather have this type of bottle than a very boring square one. In terms of the scent, it's a very, very nice summer scent. It's very refreshing. A bit of sweetness in there as well. So it's a very nice summer, springtime, hot weather type of perfume. A lot of people say that this is their favorite from Nicki Minaj line. To me, Pink Friday is the favorite, but this is a very close second. And well, unfortunately, all of her perfumes are slowly kind of becoming discontinued, I believe. And it's been a long time since she's released anything new. I think at least 6 years, 6, 7, maybe even 8 years. So that's a shame. But this is like the most popular one that you can still quite easily find in shops. Now, then we have another Christina Aguilera. This one is Definition. This is a very powdery scent, so this reminds me a lot of Signature from Mont Blanc. The powdery accord is really the strongest in this perfume, so it does stand out in her range, I'll give her that, but I think it's just a dupe for another perfume, so I'm not really sure if I'm too happy about that. I would rather have her come out with a unique scent herself. But I mean, what do I know? Okay, so anyways, so this is a nice perfume. It wouldn't be sort of an easy signature scent, I think. This calls for a specific mood, specific day, but I do think this is a nice springtime perfume. And with the strong powder, sweet powder, you will be standing out in the crowd, I believe. Then we have Jennifer Lopez Glow, the original first perfume that she came out with. This is a very, very soapy, just out of the shower soapy scent. It's quite nice. It's quite calming, actually. I don't think that this pulls vintage or mature or old, but it is soapy, and I think you know, you can associate that sometimes with those type of scents. But yeah, a soapy scent, if you're into those, this is definitely for you. Now the next one is my favorite from Christina Aguilera's line, and one of my favorite celebrity scents actually in general. So this is the original Christina Aguilera. She came out with this back in 2007. That's when I first had my first bottle back then, and this is a different one, of course, but I still love this perfume very much. This is a very, not very, this is just a sweet scent. It's very feminine, very gentle. I would say maybe intimate. It's not juvenile by any means, but it's also not mature. And I believe it is quite a unique scent as well. If I smell this on someone, I would immediately recognize this as Christina Aguilera's perfume, and I wouldn't mix it up with any other celebrity or designer scents. So yeah, I don't see too many people talking about this perfume, but it's really worth picking it up. Then we come to another Nicki Minaj bottle. This is Pink Friday. This reminds me really a lot of Viva Juicy again, but just a bit fresher version of it. So I would say this has that Viva Juicy sweetness in the foundation, but the opening is quite fresh and there's a bit more freshness in this perfume. So if Juicy is a bit too sweet for you, you can maybe try this one out. Right, then we have Miami Glow by Jennifer Lopez. This is one of the most popular celebrities perfumes out there, I believe. A lot of people talk about this. I honestly don't know why. I don't see the hype about this. Yes, it's a nice scent, but it's just a generic, refreshing shower gel type of scent for me. I don't know if I got a bad batch or if there's anything wrong with my perfume, but it's just like a sour, refreshing scent. To me, this doesn't really come off as summer in a bottle, as a lot of people have said. Also, I don't believe that this is discontinued. I think this was a rumor started by Jennifer Lopez. I'm just kidding, but I don't think this is discontinued for real, because you can easily find this in shops, easily find this online. It's still not pricey. You can find this around 20-25 pounds, so it's not expensive yet, as a discontinued perfume might become. And the first time I heard someone say that this is discontinued was like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, I think it's fake news. You can still get this, don't worry. This used to be my gym scent. This is why it's not used as much. But yeah, I just associate this with the gym now. But yeah, to me, this is just a refreshing shower gel scent. To me, I don't think it was really worth the purchase. Obviously, it smells nice. I'll use it up and it's fine, but I won't be repurchasing. Right, then I have by Elizabeth James, another perfume. This is French Grey. I really need to get rid of this. Honestly, I need to sell this because I just don't, I would never want to smell like this. This to me smells like just something old, something medicinal, like some old medicines, or just something is just really off with this perfume. I would never want to smell like this. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is gonna be my 4th decluttered perfume ever in life. But yeah, this is really just not for me. I'm thinking maybe if I layer it with something else, it might work for me, but I have no idea which perfume to pick for that. I do absolutely love the bottle, which is why I've hesitated to get rid of this earlier. The bottle looks like a case for cigarettes, which I think is kind of cool. I think this is a really cool design, but the perfume itself, it's not for me. Now we're down to the last line, finally, of perfumes. So here I have Diamonds and Rubies by Elizabeth Taylor. Now this leans vintage. I wouldn't say that this is very vintage, but it leans a little bit vintage. But this is sort of a spicy, warm scent for colder days. Now this is an eau de toilette, but this performs like a beast. All of her perfumes do. They're very affordable and they're very strong. So if you would enjoy this type of scent, definitely check it out. Because out of the celebrity scents, this is like one of the cheapest ones that you can find. Yet they outperform the ones that are more expensive. Now to me, this definitely is not a juvenile scent. Absolutely not. 25 plus, I think, maybe even 30 plus. Obviously you can wear what you want, blah blah blah, but you know, the stereotype is there for a reason. I haven't worn this too much, but I also haven't decluttered it, so there is a moment when I might crave this type of scent. It's just not as often. From the Elizabeth Taylor perfumes that I do have, this one might be my least favorite, I think. Oh no, actually that's Passion. But I don't reach for this as often as I do for the other ones, but I don't see a reason to get rid of this perfume. Right, then we have Christina Aguilera by Night. So this is sort of the flanker of the original that she gave, but it's a very sweet, sort of vanilla sweet, deeper, darker type of perfume, as the bottle shows you, kind of. But I do find it to be quite synthetic, so even though I'm a lover of sweet scents, I don't really enjoy it that much. But well, I guess it is a nice grab and go, or a scent that I will wear more at home. I wouldn't pick this as a date night or going out scent, but it did prove its point by being a bit more dark and mysterious. Now, Beyonce Pulse, as the blue liquid shows, this is a very refreshing scent. It's very, very citrusy, bright opening with a sweet dry down, which is an interesting combination, but I do quite enjoy this perfume actually. This is perfect for very, very hot summer days. Plus, it's still easy accessible, affordable. So yeah, if you want a cooling scent in your collection, you can check it out. Now, next up we have Diamonds and Emeralds, also by Elizabeth Taylor. Okay, now this one is very interesting, very unique. I haven't smelled any perfumes that smell like this. So this is it's sort of sour and refreshing. It almost makes me salivate how sour this is, but in a very good way. So it's sort of a floral, refreshing scent. It doesn't smell vintage at all. I think it smells very unique. Once again, it's an EDT that performs like a perfume. I have put a dent in this one. I have used this more often than some of her other perfumes. Now, to me, again, this also had a lot of notes listed. I couldn't really pick out the ones that I'm really sensing. Like, I don't think that any of them overpowered any of the other ones. They were quite well blended, but yeah, this is an interesting perfume. If you want to try this out, this is good for spring and summer, I would say. Then we have Rise by Beyonce. This is a very sweet perfume, quite vanilla leaning. This really, really reminds me of Manifesto by YSL, which has been discontinued and is quite difficult to find in US, I hear from you guys in the comments, but here in UK it's still quite accessible. But I do believe that this is quite similar to it. In Fragrantica, there's people who indicate the same thing. So if you like Manifesto, if you like your sweet vanilla strong scents, then you can definitely try this baby out. Right, then we have Rihanna's original Rebel Fleur. Now this perfume, just the same as the black bottle, this is quite a sweet, syrupy, thick kind of perfume. To me, this maybe leans a little bit colder than the black bottle, but this is definitely an autumn winter type perfume. I wouldn't wear this in hot weather. This is quite serious and quite unique as well. The most popular Rihanna's perfume. A lot of people have raved about this. To me, honestly, this isn't my favorite. To me, favorite is Kiss, because I have to be in a mood to wear this. This isn't just an easy grab and go. And the last perfume that I have here is Diamonds and Sapphires, again by Elizabeth Taylor. Now this is a green, gorgeous, gorgeous Lily of the Valley perfume. This is to me very nostalgic, very gentle and soft. Again, you have to be in a very calm mood. You're not running around anywhere. You're just enjoying your day and you're very relaxed. Now, you do have to like Lily of the Valley to like this perfume, but it's one of my favorite floral notes in perfumes. So I absolutely love this. Once again, an EDT performing like a perfume. Very strong, projects very well. I wore this to the office too. I wouldn't say that this leans vintage. I don't think it does. I don't think that it's juvenile. It is mature, but it doesn't lean vintage. And really, you know, it's just a beautiful scent to me. I really enjoy this. I just got this very recently. That's why I don't have a dent in it, but I'm sure I will put one in this quite soon, especially as spring comes up. So that's pretty much it from my celebrity perfume collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you saw something new as well. And thank you if you got this far. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!